Is Taplio the best tool you can use to grow on LinkedIn? I've been using Taplio for the past few months, and in this review, I'm going to explain how I use Taplio, what I like about it, and what I don't like. I found it's an incredibly powerful tool for anybody who wants to build their personal brand, but it's not perfect. Let's dive in. Oh, and if you do like this review, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Taplio isn't the cheapest social media tool out there. It starts at a rather pricey $49 per month. And for that, you get access to a content library and some advanced content scheduling tools and analytics for growing your LinkedIn account. I started with the standard version, which also costs $49 per month because there is a promotion running at the moment. Now, those prices are yearly, so you will need to pay more if you're going to take out a monthly subscription. $65 per month is quite pricey, which is why I recommend this tool only if you're serious about growing your LinkedIn profile or you're already earning money from publishing content on that platform. The standard version also includes some AI tools and tools for building relationships with other content creators on LinkedIn, which is why I picked this version. Then I went ahead and tested the Pro version, which is $199 per month. And this has some additional features that you can use to connect with creators, some of which I'll show you in a few moments. Now, you can, of course, save a little bit more money on Taplio if you also purchase Tweet Hunter. Tweet Hunter is similar to Taplio, and it's a tool that you can use to create content on Twitter. Basically, if you're a Tweet Hunter customer, you can get a 20 or 25% discount on your Taplio subscription. That's what I did because I publish content on both platforms. Once you're set up in Taplio, you can use it in one of two ways. There is a plugin that you can install for your Chrome browser, and this works directly on LinkedIn. And basically, it'll help you build relationships with other creators. As an example, here is Ryan Musselman's profile, who's a content coach for solopreneurs that I'm actually working with. And when I go onto his LinkedIn profile, Taplio will show me his best posts. This is helpful if I want to engage with Ryan, or if I also want to understand what types of content are working in my particular niche. The Taplio plugin also has some additional features. So I can click on analytics at any one time to see if my account is growing. I can click on recent hits to see what types of content are resonating throughout the rest of LinkedIn. And I can also click on inspiration to see popular posts within my niche or about topics that I've put into Taplio. I use the Taplio web app to schedule all of my LinkedIn posts, and I find it's really easy to use. So you can write a post by clicking on the write a post button, and you can also build out your queue and also edit the publication dates for all of your posts. And I really like that Taplio will actually recommend times that you publish your content at to get the most engagement. So here's one of my posts. It's a post that I wrote about all of the books that I've self-published. So I can click on the eye icon to preview what this will look like. And I can edit it by clicking on the pencil button. Here's why I like Taplio for writing and scheduling content. When somebody's using LinkedIn, chances are they're using it on their phone or they're using it in between meetings. So you've only got one or two sentences to capture their attention, i.e. the hook. And with Taplio, you can preview what your content, that is what I have here on the right hand side, will actually look like in LinkedIn. And it'll even show you a cutoff, which is a type of preview for how your content will appear on their mobile device. And this helps me hold my first lines and improve the engagement of my posts. Taplio also has some rich formatting features, which I really like. So it's quite hard to format your content specifically for LinkedIn without it. But with Taplio, I can highlight some text and I can click on the add rich text button and I can change it to bold, italics, underline, and so on. And this helps me basically space out my LinkedIn posts so they're more readable. And of course, there are options as well for adding images and even for using AI to generate images. Now, I did experiment with using Taplio to generate AI images, but to be honest, I prefer creating custom images in Canva. And then when I'm ready to schedule a post, I can simply click add to queue. Or I can create custom labels if I quickly want to reference what type of post this is. So I've categorized my post into sales, stories, motivational posts, pictures, carousels, and so on. And you can see here that I've scheduled one post per day for the next few weeks to go out in Taplio. And at any time I can shuffle the queue, or I can re-queue items, or I can even edit the queue to change the publication dates. What I like to do is basically write a batch of LinkedIn posts on Monday morning, head over to Taplio, and then schedule them all. It's a real time saver. And I found that this works better than some of the other social media tools I've tried. I love the analytics inside of Taplio. So my current goal for this year is to grow my LinkedIn profile. That's because the engagement over there is quite good. And every Friday I go into the analytics section on my Taplio account. I see how many followers I've attracted, the engagement on my content, and how many posts I've published. And this basically helps me see what type of content is resonating or working and what type of content is flopping. And if I scroll down, I can get a type of content library where I can see the posts that got the most engagement over the past few days. And then I can go back into any one of these posts and I can create variations with the AI tool, or I could copy and paste it and rework it and then republish it. Carousels or PDF presentations are hot on LinkedIn right now. Like this one here from Brock Pearson. These are hot right now because they take up more real estate in the LinkedIn feed than standard text-based posts. So basically, if you're writing content on LinkedIn, consider how you can turn it into a presentation. I don't know about you, but I find all of this really time consuming, even if tools like Canva are great, which is why I like the Taplio Carousel Generator. Basically, using the Carousel Generator, I can write content as normal on the right-hand side. I can even upload images, and Taplio will put all of the results into a carousel that I can add to my Taplio queue. I can customize the fonts, the theme, and I can get a preview of what it all looks like. And I found that this tool helps me create carousels much faster and increase my engagement. The Carousel Generator also has an option to pull through content from URLs. So here's a 1,500 word blog post that I wrote about creating a content marketing strategy. I put it into the Carousel Generator and it pulled through some words and ideas from the post. But to be honest, the results weren't fantastic, and I found you're better off just writing the carousel copy or content in your writing app as normal and then uploading it to Taplio. Sometimes it's a challenge to figure out what to say or create content about on LinkedIn. So Taplio will give you some posts that you can use as inspiration. Basically, click on filters and put in the keywords for the types of content or posts you're most interested in. And you can also add some extra information about the types of content you want to get more information about. Then once you've done that, Taplio will start to show you popular posts that have done well based on these filters. And you can click on any one of these posts and click on edit and post, and it'll put it in the Taplio compose field, and then you can go in and edit it and rework it in your own voice. And it will let you know if your content is too similar to what's already live on LinkedIn. This is quite a useful feature if you feel like you've got writer's block using this tool. Taplio will also surface news related to your niche or industry. Don't use this feature as much, but it is helpful if you want to find news articles that you could potentially share and write a response to, and if you're unsure what to publish on a given week. To be honest, I didn't take out a Taplio subscription because I wanted to schedule my posts or because I wanted to get access to AI. All those things are great, but I can get them elsewhere. I took out a subscription to Taplio because it's great for engaging with other creators. There are a number of ways that I can do this. First up, I can click on Best for You, and based on the interests that I've put into Taplio, it'll provide me with a number of different posts that I can quickly reply to inside of Taplio. You can even use AI to generate some responses. Again, this isn't something that I do too much. I prefer writing an authentic response rather than relying on an AI tool. But I have found that taking a few moments to reply to the Best for You posts inside of Taplio does increase the engagement on my account and helps me attract more followers. You can see here Taplio has generated an AI response to this particular post. It took about 30 seconds to generate this response. To be honest, I would have been faster typing it out, but it is useful if you're unsure what to say. I also like Taplio because it's great for managing comments. First up, it'll pull through all of the comments for my latest post. I can reply to commenters directly inside of Taplio, which helps me build relationships. Now, again, I could do this inside of LinkedIn, but there is an advanced feature that I like. So I can take the URL of a popular post from somebody I'm trying to build a relationship with, and I can paste this URL directly into Taplio and click Retrieve Comments. And then it'll take about 30 or 40 seconds to pull through all of the comments for that particular post. Taplio has pulled through all of the commenters who reacted to Ryan's post. Now I can do a number of different things. Firstly, I can leave my own comment and reply to Ryan's post and build a relationship with him. But because Ryan has a much bigger audience than me, I can also leave comments and engage with the people who've already connected with Ryan. This is a really good way of growing my account. It can be difficult to do this inside of LinkedIn because top creators tend to get hundreds of comments. But Taplio will filter all of these for you and help you manage all of your replies in one place. You will need to upgrade to the more expensive version of Taplio to do this, but if you're serious about growing your personal brand on LinkedIn, it is a bit of a time saver. Taplio is great if you want to build a list of people you want to engage with. So you can search by username directly inside of Taplio, but that's not what I do. I just go into LinkedIn and I find somebody I want to connect with, like Ryan. And then I'll go back to Taplio and I'll click on add people and I'll add his username to my list. And this way I can build or quickly build up a list of people that I want to connect with. I built out a list of people I want to connect with on LinkedIn. And then if I go to the engage section and then go to people, I can select one of my lists, click on go, and Taplio will show me all of their latest posts. And this way I can be sure that I haven't missed anything from somebody I'm trying to build a relationship with, and I can write my responses directly inside of Taplio. Now again, you can do this in LinkedIn as well, but I've found that sometimes the algorithm will show me different content at different times of the day, and I can miss posts from people I'm following or trying to connect with. Taplio also has some advanced features for building your personal brand. If you're the type of person who likes to send LinkedIn emails, you can do this directly inside of Taplio. You can add recipients and message them here and manage all of your conversations with them. Using mentions, you can track all of the mentions of your personal brand or your company and reply to responses here as well. You can also use Taplio to build a database of leads for people that you want to connect with and manage your conversations with them all in one place. Now, I don't use any of these features much right now. That's because I'm more focused on writing on LinkedIn and building my personal brand through creating organic content. Taplio is a really useful tool if you're serious about writing on LinkedIn and growing your personal brand. It's not perfect. Firstly, it's pricey. You want to be sure LinkedIn is the right platform for you, and you want to be spending an hour or two a day on LinkedIn to justify the price. As an example, here is a Taplio competitor called Publer. It's quite a bit cheaper than Taplio, and it may be more suitable if you're not interested in the AI or engagement tools that Taplio offers. Secondly, although Taplio has some AI features and works with ChatGPT, I found that sometimes generating AI responses can take so long that I'm just faster writing the response myself. Thirdly, the platform itself can be a little bit slow to use sometimes, and occasionally I've had to click reload. However, Taplio is probably the best LinkedIn publishing tool out there right now. It's built specifically for LinkedIn and it has much more features than any of the other social media tools that I've tried. And that's why I continue to use it to write on LinkedIn and to grow my personal brand. Are you using Taplio? Let me know in the comment section below this video if you have any questions.